The Galaxy S6 shows up in benchmarks and promises to be a beast. We get new reports on the future HTC flagships in the works. And Sony thinks that the best way to sell you a phone is underwater. I'm Jaime Rivera, and actually that Sony underwater thing was not Friday's joke. This is Pocketnow Daily. Let's begin today with what's official, as Microsoft has just decided to expand Cortana to countries in Europe. Finally, you now have eligibility to use it in Spain, Italy, France, and Germany, which is great. But as with everything Microsoft, there is a catch. The problem is that this is part of the developer preview, and it is an alpha, so there are a ton of bugs. But links in the description for full details on what you're getting, which is actually not that bad. And speaking of Europe and moving the spotlight over to Samsung, if you were celebrating the fact that the Galaxy S5 was getting Lollipop in Poland and a couple of other countries soon, you're the only ones that are going to be celebrating, as apparently some trusted sources claim that Samsung is not pushing Lollipop to other smartphones until early 2015, and that even includes the Galaxy Note 4. Sad news. Now let's talk about HTC, but no, we're not going to talk about the HTC One M9. Those rumors were talked about a couple of days ago. Let's talk about the htc-hima, which is the code name of another flagship that apparently the company is working on. Apparently we're getting a Snapdragon 810 processor, 1080p display, 3 gigs of RAM, and a 20 megapixel camera at the back. Great, but interesting, it seems that the ultra-pixel camera will make it to the front of the device and not pull the whole HTC Eye thing. So this is a different type of flagship. Let's see what we get. And if you're wondering exactly how serious is Sony about its waterproof capabilities on its Xperia smartphones, think again. The company has just launched an underwater showcase room in Dubai where Sony employees dressed in swimsuits and diving suits will go underwater with you to show you just how powerful these phones are underwater in a whole showroom that they have underwater. Really interesting, really unique, but with all the money they invested in that store, why not just drop the price on a couple of Xperias and make a little money? And finally, for the very interesting news of the day, one of the phones that we are waiting for MWC 2015 is the Samsung Galaxy S6. If you're wondering, wait, the S5 just launched? Well, that was at MWC this year, so it's time for a revamp. And Samsung has to up its ante, as the Galaxy S5 was considered a flop by many. As it turns out, we've got some leaked benchmarks. Apparently, we're getting an Exynos processor for international, Snapdragon for the United States, the way it usually happens, but we've got 3 gigs of RAM, a Quad HD display, among other very interesting features like a 20 megapixel camera at the back with the ISO sensor. But hopefully that's not it, because all it sounds is another iterative update to the Galaxy S5 that didn't take off. But that leads me to the question of the day. Is your next smartphone the Galaxy S6? Are you a Samsung fan? In my case, honestly, no, I'm not. I don't care about Samsung that much, but leave us a comment down below. What is your case? Friends, you know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video was filmed, you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next week.